Hello everybody and welcome to a brand new episode of Taste Test right here on youtube.com/Seannosaurus Rex, where every Wednesday and Saturday I try the weird, the wonderful, and the limited edition. If that sounds like fun, subscribe, ring the bell by scrolling down. You'll be notified when I post new videos, and you can let me know if there's something you'd like to see in the future down in the comment section below, what it is, where to find it. You might see it on a future episode of Taste Test. Unfortunately, I must begin this episode with some somber news. As indicated by the thumbnail and title of this video, we only have a couple of new hard Mountain Dews to try. It is a gut punch to those of us here who make this show, and we are sorry to inform you of that. And by we, I mean me. But that's not grammatically correct, so I am sorry to inform you of that. I was duped or bamboozled, or perhaps just read the website incorrectly. The regular hard Mountain Dew is here. It's in this area, though we'll talk about why that's been a little bit of an odd find in a minute. I thought the Baja Blast one was here as well, but upon further research, the Baja Blast pack is not available in my area at all. I even checked like Seattle. I checked I guess I just checked Seattle. I checked like the three cities that are kind of around me. I checked Seattle just to kind of see if it was like, okay, it's over here, but it might come over this way. Nowhere could I find the Baja Blast pack of Mountain Dew. So, unfortunately, I don't have that, but fortunately I was able to find a kind of a fun alternative replacement, a third alternate substitution, bench beer, if you'd like to call it that, in the form of the Mike's Hard Lemonade seasonal pack. Now, we're going to be talking about, I guess the running theme of this episode is going to be, can you find these and where to find them? Because the Mike's Hard Lemonades, I think this seasonal pick is gone. It might have been the spring seasonal pick because the one that I saw most recently was Tropical Punch, which feels more like the summer, but like apple kind of works as the summer flavor. So I don't really know. It might be gone because I had looked for it in a couple of different spots and then just happened to see it at a Circle K gas station. I was like, I'm probably not going to see this again. So I'm going to go ahead and just grab it right now. So unfortunately, we might have one that you can't find. We also might have one that you can find, but not where it says you can find it, which has been very weird and kind of frustrating, honestly. On the Hard Mountain Dew website, it has a specific thing that's like, find Hard Mountain Dew. You put in your place. You put in, like a search radius, and it gives you the locations for it. Made a trip over to a Fred Meyer that said that it had it, and the person working there was super nice. They go, hey, can I help you find anything? I go, oh yeah, just looking for the Hard Mountain Dew. And they look at me and they go, we've never had that. And I'm like, it's said on the website? I'd sound like one of those people, it's said on the website. I didn't mean it in like a rude way. I said it very nicely, just so everyone knows. But they didn't even have it. And then the places that they do have it don't really show up on the website. It's been a very confusing and kind of frustrating thing. Thankfully, people have either noticed it and thought of me, which I appreciate, or they saw it and just kind of talked about it, and so we were able to gain information that way. So it's been kind of weird. The only ones that we're able to find here are the original, and we'll be finishing off the first pack of 4 by trying the remaining 2. It will be Hard Mountain Dew in much more reasonable sized cans, watermelon, and we will be trying Livewire. Livewire, if you remember, if you're a longtime viewer, you would know that Livewire is the flavor of Mountain Dew that I buy about twice a year and go, this sucks. And then about 6 months later, I go, maybe it's me. And then I buy it and I go, this sucks. And that happens every 6 months or so. So we'll see how they are today. Let's jump in. Let's have some fun. Let's get wacky. Let's try the Livewire because it's the one that we'll go least anticipatory to most anticipatory. And it's actually going to be Livewire to watermelon to green apple Mike's Hard Lemonade. We'll jump in here. And thankfully these are 12-ounce cans instead of 24-ounce cans. And then I went ahead and just didn't worry about that because I threw a third one in there. So I don't know what I'm doing here. This one, I think, I don't buy Livewire enough to like know off the top of my head, but it smells the most like the actual soda. I think it helps that Livewire is like an orange kind of as a base, and so I think the orange can cut through a little bit more, whereas the original flavor didn't really do that. The Baja was a little bit better, but still was missing that distinctive flavor. This smells like a candied orange type of soda, which is good. It's a good flavor. It's off on a better foot. Okay, it's not great. I will say that. It is not. It's not great. It has the best flavor of the three that we've tried, though. It actually cuts through. It actually is like, hey, this is orange. I think they have something here with this. And if I remember correctly, I don't know that Livewire, I guess I could look this up. I'm not going to. I don't know that Livewire was an original batch flavor. I think it was watermelon, Code Red, maybe black cherry, which seems weird because that would be doubling down on cherry flavor. And then the original Mountain Dew. So this could be kind of like, okay, we took a first pass at it, didn't quite nail it. What's a flavor that we can pull that's popular that people would like? You go, next on the list would be Livewire, even though it should have been Baja Blast, but I know that's a Taco Bell rights problem. I think this is the one that they were actually able to go in and tweak, and they actually successfully tweaked it. Baja Blast is the second pack. All of those flavors should be better. It should be tweaked, but it wasn't that much better than the original. It was a little bit better, so I guess you can give them credit there. But this one, easily the best of the ones that I have tried. That is wild, because I don't like Livewire. But it is, I mean, it's got this cool tiger. There's an orange getting sliced. I like cats. Kind of a winner, kind of a winner all around. Next up is the hard Mountain Dew Watermelon. This of the original pack would be the one that I'm most excited about. I think watermelon works really well with it. I think Baja Blast would be, I guess I would qualify Baja Blast in its own pack because it has its own 4-pack of flavors, but watermelon would be the one that's like, oh shoot, watermelon, kind of like orange, can kind of just cut through. And so instead of it being like, oh, it's watermelon Mountain Dew, it's like, no, this is a watermelon alcoholic beverage. I think that's a positive for it. So let's try it out here. I don't know why it's so hard for me to open these. Oh, crack it. Crack it. Now, what's interesting is the other two, aside from the original, the two that we've tried that have been flavors were based off of specific, like Livewire or Baja Blast. Major Melon exists, and this one is just regular watermelon. Just put that together. The watermelon's there, but it's weak. It's not strong. That's a bummer. We had a really strong flavor or a really strong scent out of the Livewire, but this one's not where it should be, or not where I would expect it to be. Ooh. Okay. Positives. There's a lot of watermelon flavor. Negatives. It's bad. It is a bad watermelon flavor. Do you know those Arizona watermelon? I think they're like a fruit cocktail, like that kind of a drink. It's that flavor, but like worse because I think the fruit cocktails at least have sugar in it. And I think, again, you look at it and you go, oh, this doesn't have any sugar in it. It needs like just a touch of that sweetness to bring out not awful. That is a really rough flavor of watermelon. I can't believe that. That is shocking. The watermelon flavor is probably the strongest of the four, but easily the worst. Easily the worst. It'd be Livewire, Baja, I guess probably by original if I think that one's the worst, but it should get points because it has the flavor. But the regular one kind of didn't. I think you could tie him for third. I think that the flavor of the watermelon is really bad. Or like I dislike it. I like it less than the original. But because it's there, it kind of brings it up a couple of notches. Like you could tell, like, hey, that is watermelon. I think if you blind taste tested the other two in this, you kind of go like, it might be this. You might get it. You also might not get it. So that's interesting. That's interesting. I would have thought in my head, you probably would go, oh, I'm probably going to like Baja Original Watermelon Livewire. And it's kind of flipped. Very interesting. So there you go. That is part 2 of our hard Mountain Dew. Which, consider this, it's exciting because no longer is it a duology, it's a trilogy. So get excited for that. There's still one more part coming in the far-flung future. That's the Baja flavors. Now, let's try, and I did not, oh, thank God it says twist off. Was it? Somebody left a comment, this was like years ago, that was like, buy a bottle opener. Never. I don't need to when it's twist offs. We're going to try the Mike's Hard Lemonade Seasonal Pick Green Apple. Mike's Hard isn't a beverage that it's a beverage that I usually go for, but not, it's a beverage that like ends up on the show, but only if I like the flavor. It's not like, you know what I'm saying? You get it. Don't worry about it. Ooh, that, you know a Jolly Rancher apple Jolly Rancher, that's what this smells like, which is great because it completely mutes the alcohol flavor or scent, which is awesome. And this one, I believe, has like just probably a fart load of sugar in it. It doesn't tell you. It doesn't tell you at all. It just tells you, really, natural and certified flavor. It doesn't say anything about that. I have to, oh, thank goodness. I blocked my face so you couldn't see that I did the old man thing where you hold it way out here, but your face, you're pulling it further away going like, I think that says citric acid. I think. It smells good though. Ooh, that's tart. It's not that bad. That was a little dramatic on my part. It was more tart than I was expecting, but it's not like the most tart thing in the world. The apple flavor, and this is the problem I go back to all the time with apple flavor stuff. Apple is so hard to get right. Too little of it and it's not there. Too much of a green apple and it's probably going to get real sour. I don't think they leveled it correctly. And I think it, unfortunately, is a bit of a miss in that regard. But I appreciate their seasonal picks. I like that they have, sometimes they have like kind of more normal flavors. The berry flavor that I had on the show a while back was pretty good. I'm not a big tropical punch guy, so I'll probably skip on that one. But they come out with flavors, the seasonal flavors, frequently enough that, like, keep an eye on it. You look at it, you go, not this time, but I'll catch you on the next one. That's what I was trying to say earlier. Good job, Sean. You cut that thought off, you saved it for later, and you nailed it. Proud of you. Okay. It's... The apple's there. I just wish it were a little stronger. I wish the apple flavor itself... Maybe that's the problem, is they pick green apple instead of like a red delicious, because green apples tend to be, I think, a little on the, like, sour or tart side. Which I guess makes sense. Lemon, it's already kind of sour. I can understand the flavor profile they're kind of going for, but I just don't think they quite hit it. You could be looking at Mike's Hard Lemonade too, or you could be looking at Mike's Hard Lemonade as well, where I talk about it all the time with Mountain Dew. It works better with berries and melons. It doesn't necessarily need more citrus, and that could just be the issue here, is you're talking about a citrusy drink that's adding, even on the fruit side, something that veers more toward the citrus or the citrus slider of things. So it's just more of the same, but that doesn't allow the green apple or the apple flavor itself to really flourish. You know what I'm saying? It's okay. It's okay. If you missed it, I don't think you're missing much. If you're able to find it and you're interested in it, I think it's worth a try. I think that's maybe the nicest thing I can say about it. It's right in that weird middle ground. I'm not bummed that I bought it. I wouldn't necessarily get it again. So there you go. I think the Live Wire is the best one that we had. I think that one is better than the watermelon. The watermelon flavor is just really, really rough. So congratulations, Mike's Hard Lemonade. You're better than one of the 4 Hard Mountain Dews. It probably actually would be the second best. It'd be pretty close with Baja. The Hard Mountain Dews are a bit of a letdown, if we're being completely honest. Would you like to see what happens when I try the Hard Mountain Dew Baja flavor pack? That'll be coming sometime in the future. Would you like to watch me play Cine 2 Nerdle while I finish off these beverages? Get really loud, start singing, and get really cocky when I win? Yeah, you do? Subscribe. You can do it right over here. You can ring the bell down below. You'll be notified when I post new videos. Why would you want to be notified? Well, probably because you left a comment down below and you were like, hey, Sean, you should try this thing. It's at this place. I made a reasonable request. there you go. You win, I win, we all win. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. You can let me also know down in the comments what you think of these drinks, or if you want to, I don't know, do whatever you want. Maybe don't do whatever you want. That's too much. That's too much leeway. I gave you too much. Let me know what you thought of the episode, of these items in particular, if there's anything else you'd like to see. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. We'll catch you next time here on Taste Test. And as always, bon appetit.